I'm a cheese eater, Victoria.
Really?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese. Welcome, everyone, to an exciting, very special episode of Your Manifesting Questions Answered Live.
Yes.
My name is Mr. 2020. I am sitting here with the lovely
Victoria.
And we are going to have a special...
And the puppy dogs. A special Feel It Real Fun for you.
Show today. That's right.
Yes.
Hey, 2023 is almost over. 2024 Remarkable begins soon.
Yes.
I just put up a little note when the first call is. Oh, my God.
Oh, cool.
So we're real excited. Join us in Remarkable 2024 at joinremarkable.com.
Yes. Very good.
That's right. I snuck that in.
For refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Alicendra's there. Joe Weldon
Yes.
is in the house. Yo.
Yes.
All right. So, do we do anything else with the crass commercials or anything?
That's probably good.
All right, but nobody's here yet.
Oh, okay. And for your 90-day adventure, go to manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had some really cool people sign up, but you will never know. That's right.
That's right.
Anyway, okay.
So hopefully some people have arrived somehow.
All right, yeah, we've got 6 people. Let's start. Penny is here.
Hello.
We can begin because Penny is here. That is right.
Cool.
Dr. Brian.
Yeah.
Dr. Brian. Lisa in La Rock.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Get Robin in because her question is first.
Oh,
Doobity-bop-bop-bop-bop-bop.
yes.
That's
Come on,
right.
Robin.
Don't play hard to get. That's right. Alessandra's listening to the ending arguments recording. That's right.
Oh, was that in the vault?
That'll be in the vault.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, those people who sign up for joinremarkable.com, you get $1,000 worth of bonus goodies. Right? Yeah, you may not get them later if you don't sign up now, but I'd suggest signing up sooner so you can get them rather than later and possibly missing
them
out.
now.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Start enjoying them now. You know,
Yeah.
just anyway, or you can wait. Wait. How do you spell that? Wait.
No, it's not that sort of weight.
All right. Oh, we've got a great voice lesson tomorrow.
Oh, sweet.
That's right. I got a call.
Have you sent Alessandra?
Yeah, she's got all the details. She's
cool.
got the deets.
The deets.
She's got the deets. All right.
All right.
So,
Well, I reckon
let's dive in.
we'll dive in, and Robin can always listen to her question later.
Yeah, that's
she
right.
hasn't.
If she's sticking around, it's her problem. Just remember, if you dick around... See, I'm not a socialist. Yeah, I am not the guy that goes, rightio, you made dumb fucking decisions and I made good ones, so you can get the benefit of it. Right? It's like, And I just say that because some people say, well, yeah, they wait to revise, they wait to feel it real, they wait. I'll get at least 3 people saying, well, I was waiting to figure out my question to ask on today's show, but I didn't get around to it. It's, don't wait. Anyway, rant over.
Okay, so the first question today is from Dream Driven Day Robin.
That's right.
Neville, Goddard, and free will.
All right, let's see how I answer this one.
Okay. And Robin asks, sometimes this...
Hold on one second. Gaza, get rid of the HTTPS. Thanks for sharing the link, but that won't work. It's just got to be joinremarkable.com. So,
Cool.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay. So Robin asks, sometimes this free will ends thing
Free will.
gets to me. I've had this ongoing delusion about predetermination for years. Even if I put that aside, I get slightly depressed whenever I feel like I have no control over my life at all, especially in regard to the timing of manifestations. Could you offer a perspective that's more playful? I think I'm just seeing the whole thing in a bleak way.
Exactly.
And then there is a
Neville Goddard quote. She put that there, and it's my favorite quote for this, and it just might be my favorite Neville quote of all time. Dr. Brian just asked if I have free will when it comes to answering this. No, I don't. Right? Ashley agrees. That is the rightness. So go ahead and read the quote, Victoria. Why
So
not?
Neville says, free will actually means freedom to select any idea you desire. By assuming the idea already to be a fact, it is converted into reality. Beyond that, free will ends, and everything happens in harmony with the concept assumed.
All right, so it's going to appear that we're going to have a marital spat on the show today about yesterday's lunch. Because Victoria and I, we decided, so instead of doing all the Christmassy bullshit, you know, that's beginning to look all like all that stuff, you know what I mean? So we decided we're going to do like one or two things. One of those things was to buy a barbecue.
Yes.
Right? So we bought a barbecue.
A gift to each of us.
A gift to each of both of us from each of both of us.
Yeah.
And so, of course, I'm at the pool, and so we're discussing things. Like, there's 5 major barbecue styles in the U.S. There's one in Australia, and it's wrong, right? And that's fine, right? So I explain.
Here's the marital splat.
Yeah, here's the marital splat, right?
There is not anyone, but yes, keep going.
Right? Well, you leave the lid up, and, you guys got your own way of doing things here. But anyway, so I explained to my friend at the pool.
Yes.
That I'm sure there'll be discussions, right? So Victoria's here and Timmy Lee is here, and long story short, I imagine her yum and his yum.
Oh, I hope you're still there.
All right. I have this state, right? And this state basically goes very, very simply. Oh, I'm just happy that they love it. I'm just happy that they love it, Colby. I am just so, thrilled. I've got this accomplishment, this satisfaction, this ownership. First time I've touched a grill in over a decade. All right? And I just owned it. All right? Let's ask the peanut gallery.
So I'm the jar of peanut butter.
So how was it?
It was absolutely delicious.
Was it some of the best meat that you've ever had?
Yeah.
Did I cook 2 kinds of meat that are highly incompatible?
I think that's what's so ace about barbecues as well, because it does just cook meat so brilliantly.
Now, as someone who uses the barbecue properly, cooks meat so wonderfully, right? So we cooked a pork sausage and a lamb chop. And I thought Timmy would like either or, but Timmy doesn't like pork or lamb. But he actually liked the meal, right? Because of what I imagined. And here's the cool thing.
Oh, he doesn't like lamb chop.
He doesn't like lamb. Remember, we tried to give him chili. There's lamb in this. I don't like lamb. So
did he eat lamb? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he ate the lamb. He ate the pork. That's pork. Why'd you buy pork sausage? Because I bought it. Right? You want to buy the fucking sausage? You buy the sausage, right? Anyway, but everyone loved it. Now, here's the thing. I didn't have to persuade them. I didn't imagine a damn thing about them, to be honest. It's all about my reaction to their experience, right? Their yum. But here's the kicker. Okay, while cooking, did I move things around? Did I lift the lid up? Did I put the lid down?
And did Timmy and I contribute?
Oh, yeah. You
try to.
Yeah. No, 20, leave it down longer. No, 20, leave it up forever. Right?
Yes.
Anyway, I don't know how people do prawn. Now do it this way, right? Anyway. But there's this massive production, and I've already produced the results in me. So I don't decide when I lift, I don't decide when I flip, I don't decide anything other than the yum. And the state decides when I lift, when I flip, when I add, when I take away, when I move things from one side to the other. The state determines all that. So the state of happy, loving husband decides how to have marital spats with her online in public. It's great. Yeah, having marital spats for profit. Right? That could be our next book. Right?
For profit.
Yeah, marital spats for fun and profit. Right?
Yeah.
But the state determines all that stuff. So I don't have to determine any of that stuff. The state determines, another state's determining what I'm sharing here now. If I had to figure this shit out, I'd be slower than a bag of rocks. Have you ever listened to someone who thinks they have free will to determine what they say and how they say it and how you'll hear it and when you'll hear it? And it's just they're like listening to a metronome because they're trying to put free will where they don't have it. So on the other hand, this dance of discovery, I move into the state that I choose. Happy, loving teacher, I get to discover what I'm going to say. If I don't discover what I'm saying while I'm saying it, you guys are bored to tears, and so am I. What, was the meat good?
Oh, it was unreal.
It was unreal. So I bought pork today. I bought pork chops, and I bought ground meat and duck. We're going to have duck on the grill. Imagine that. So let us continue to answer this. Okay. And Robin, let this give to you. Because if we go 100%, it's already predetermined. We've got a destiny. It's written in the stars. What the fuck's the point? There's no point in anything. On the other hand, I have to micromanage every single thing in my life. Good Lord. It just makes things endlessly laborious. Meanwhile.
Excellent. Yeah, very good, babe.
Yeah.
So that was for Robin.
That was for Robin.
Thank you very much.
Apparently she's in a state that has her not be here. Unbelievable.
But she knew you'd answer it.
Oh, yeah, Robin knows me.
She moved into that stage.
Yeah, she knows 20's in a state of I give a shit. So that's right.
Cool. The next question is from Johnathan in Manifesting Mastery. Awakening and walking the bridge of incidents.
This is great.
So Johnathan asks, does awakening throw a wrench into your ability to walk the bridge of incidents? Much of that involves you moving under compulsion like a robot, which I'm guessing wouldn't happen anymore after breaking the script of recurrence. Or does it all just work in a different way after that experience?
This is fabulous, Johnathan, because here's what I notice. I don't resist. If I resist what I want to say, then I'm going to edit what I want to say. Then I better speak slower and down to you because I know you're slower and dumber than I am. Right? So, you get it? It just gets weird and icky because I am awakened and you're not. See, the whole cool thing is this. So moving under compulsion is not force. This is like a robot. Moving under compulsion, you give life to dead states, and those dead states give you the adventure of a lifetime. So whenever I imagine, right, this whole thing of like my experience of her and Timmy's yum, shockingly enough, even though I broke all the Australian rules, right? It's like playing gridiron in a footy game. Right, just some of y'all won't understand that at all, but it's like I'm playing by different rules. Because I'm following the law. I've imagined the yum, and so I could do literally anything that I'm drawn to do. What I'm drawn to do will make it happen. So it's one of these really, really cool things that, if anything, from what I can tell, waking up allows you to go, righty-o, this is the most marvelous thing ever. Because I will naturally do, if I've moved into a state to the point where it feels 100% natural, I will naturally do what it takes to play my part. It won't feel robotic. It won't feel forced. It'll just be something enjoyable. So, by the way, if I try to follow a formula, right, so if I want to write a novel, I have to write 10 pages a day. If I write 10 pages a day, I need to schedule in 60 minutes because it takes me 6 minutes to write a page every 6 minutes, and I'll do it between 3 and 4 p.m., and heaven forbid that Timmy Lee be cutting the grass at like 2:45, and just, things go nuts, versus if I move into the end is accomplished and satisfied author who writes every day. So when I get that kind of feeling, I'll find myself up writing whenever I write. That kind of thing. So, Ashley, when you're Uriah says it feels good unless you're in shit states.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to have a shitty time? Be in a shitty state. Yeah. Right. Cool.
Okay.
I hope we talk about inner speech with this, because there's something with this whole inner speech thing. A lot of people, here's my thing. You keep going back to what does Neville teach and look at things in their entirety. If you're not verse plucking, what happens is you get that your state determines your inner and your outer experiences. So the state of happy, loving teacher says certain things on the inside and the outside. The state of happy, loving teacher says specific things too, on the inside and on the outside. The state of the happy, loving husband says some completely different stuff. Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo, baby, yo. Right? Yeah, state of happy, loving teacher doesn't say that. Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo, baby, yo. Except for that example. So.
Cool.
Lucien LaRock, state leads. That's right.
Yeah.
Cool. Look at all these remarkable kids in here. So right now, I think we're... the stats, something like 80% of the people that are in maybe it's higher than that, that have joined for Remarkable 2024 have done Remarkable before.
Yeah.
Love it. Anyway,
cool.
We'll start putting out more emails to bring in some of the other kids. Join us in joinremarkable.com.
Cool. So thank you, Johnathan,
That's
for your
right.
question.
Cool. By the way, I don't have free will when it comes to talking about this shit. I'm imagining, like, Remarkable this upcoming year, absolutely off the fucking rails. Right? And I can't help but mention it. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Meanwhile,
The next question is from Anne in Manifesting Mastery, Noticing Wins. And Anne asks, notice your daily wins after doing Joseph Goddard in the morning. Is it important to do this?
Cool. I'm assuming that what you mean by that is throughout your day. When I score with the meat, all right, so I've got 6 massive pork sausages, over a kilo of lamb, 3 mouths to feed. Victoria made some stuff that food eats. It was good, right?
Salad, yes.
Yeah, she made some salad. She thinks it's good for you. I don't get it. Right?
Yes.
But happy loving husband eats some salad, right? but anyway, is it important? I'm assuming you mean important to notice or celebrate your wins during the day. So years ago, when I was teaching the Forex traders, one of the things that I taught them was this thing. There's this thing called decision fatigue. In other words, you can only make so many effective decisions in a day, and your decision thing just sort of burns out. May or may not be true, but I find it to be useful. What I notice with this is you're going to notice something every single day. And a lot of people, they don't notice or celebrate their wins a whole bunch. Okay, I'm nuts about it. I am just absolutely nuts about it. Like, big time. Because if you're not celebrating your wins, if you're not celebrating them, you're not going to notice them that much. If you don't notice them that much, you're going to forget that you had them. If you forget that you had them, you're going to go through a year or two and go, oh, this has never worked. Ever since I got into Neville, my entire life turned to shit.
Yeah.
And then I say, hey, let's look at your posts.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, here's 12 wins. Well, they really don't matter.
Yeah, they don't count.
Yeah, they don't count, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ashley, you win your Rias. I enjoy noticing my wins now. This Dr. Brian, may or may not be true, but I do find it useful. When I stopped trying to be right, I started finding I could be fun and useful. Just notice stuff. Notice what's useful. Notice your wins. Celebrate them. Post about them. Yeah, the more you post, the more you invite other people to play. The more you post, the more you invite you to play. So I'm just a massive fan about that. On the other hand, so a lot of people will devote the same amount of time to noticing excuses. Yep, still don't have the money. Yep, still fat. Yep, still. Well, the thing is, celebrate your movements. So, just notice stuff. Tony and the Doyle. All right.
Cool.
Wow, it's a short show today.
It's a very short show.
Radio.
All right. So that was for Anne. Thanks very much for your question, Anne.
Absolutely. By the way, so I'm going to go into Mr. 20, what about inner conversations and affirmations? So
okay.
We'll just put that. Bonus question. What about inner conversations and affirmations, right? Here's the big thing. So in you've got this stuff called thinking going on all the time.
Yep.
Part of it happens with what's called inner conversations. You want to know what state you're really in? Listen. Right? If you listen to what's going on the inside, you're going to know what's going to happen on the outside. Because your state determines what you hear and how you hear it. Now, this might be the golden moment for a lot of people for the rest of your life. Ready? Your state determines what you hear and how you hear it. As soon as you decide, I'm not going to hear that as an authority anymore, you've shifted state. So if I'm in there and I'm hearing an inner argument, right? My parents argued when I was growing up. I've been in other relationships where we've argued. Victoria and I have even had a marital spat once in a while about the barbecue. Right? But here's the thing.
Yes.
Your state determines what you hear on the inside and on the outside. It determines how you hear it as well. So if you're in a passive imaginer state, you will take what you hear, and then you'll just like, oh, something else, and then I'll tell her this. Well, she'll tell me that. Well, she always says that, right? All that bullshit. And then you can enter into the state of combat. I will try to control that. I will do what I can. I will pummel that state. I will beat that voice to death, right? And people do that. They try to fight with their own inner conversations. They try to do this thing called editing them. Don't bother. Just celebrate that you noticed. Yeah. As soon as you celebrate that you noticed, I am an asshole. My God, I'm in the state of happy, loving asshole. And who am I an asshole with?
Play that
Her.
really well.
Yeah. Oh my God. If I can celebrate that I just noticed that, I'm celebrating noticing.
Yeah.
I'm now becoming an active imaginer. And then I can give life to something really good. Tony Doyle, wargamedance.com. Those of you who don't have that, get it before the price goes up. Wargamedance.com.
Yeah.
This is so important because your state determines your inner conversations. If you try to talk over them, right? If you try to combat them, edit them, it's just rough. Celebrate noticing them. Celebrate noticing. That automatically gets you shifting. And now you can imagine yourself into a different state. What would you hear? What would I hear if I was not in the state of inner asshole? 20, that was wonderful. If I'm in the state of inner asshole, it's like, Victoria, I'm cooking. Right? One of us has to chop, right?
That's not you.
Yeah, it's not you. Right? Penny, spectator versus participant. Absolutely. I can be the spectator to my own bullshit, right? Or I can participate in changing the state that I am.
Yeah.
So,
Good one.
another way to use those too, right? There's a couple ways we use those. So, cool. Celebrate noticing. Heather. All right. So,
Okay, so thank you, 20, for asking that question and answering it.
yes. Cool. There's a bunch of that going on in the group right now. People bringing up different stuff for that.
Cool.
And if you decide that your state is passive listener, you just listen. If your state is editor, you try it, and neither one of this is fun. But if you move into your chosen state, all of that. So yeah, your chosen state will have you spontaneously like that. I just said hi to him. Right? Love this guy. Right? You've been around for a while. So I can't help it. I got a happy, loving teacher. Hey, buddy. All right.
Cool.
And finally,
the last question today is from remarkable Lisa Ann LaRocque. All the lovely fades to black.
all the lovely fades to black.
And Lisa asks, hello, 20 in Victoria. It seems when a perceived problem arises, we can tend to collapse in on it.
Oh, yeah.
All the lovely fades to black, and before we know it, we are identifying with the problem.
That's right. I'm now the problem.
It consumes our days and nights. Victoria mentioned where some see destruction, others see opportunity. Yeah, that was last week. Do you have some novel suggestions for negating the potential trance of a previewed crisis? Perhaps your grandfather's wisdom may factor in here. Life, is that his quote? Life is for entertainment.
Yes.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right. So what if... So here's the question, right? So what if life was for entertainment only? I can tell you this much. A lot of the awkward, a lot of the pausing, a lot of the renting in your life would stop and you'd experience ownership. What's rent? Rent is breaking something into segments, into payments, and it never really involves ownership. So when you pay the rent on your flat, you are continuously paying on an expense, but you're contributing nothing to your long term. On the other hand, ownership, something very, very different, right? So, but one of the things that I notice, so I'm walking out of the shops today, right? You get this as a spontaneous story, and it's true. So I'm walking out of the shops today, and I turn and I look left, right, left, then right, left, right. I do it both ways because I don't want to get killed, right? and when I look over the left the third time, there's this chick walking up on me because she knows the right ways to look and just walks out in front of shit, right? And I look, and she's got this ribbon going around her, and there's letters on the ribbon.
Like an award thing.
Like an award thing. And that's what I said, right? Now, here's the thing. The state of inquisitive, interesting guy, right? I am extremely inquisitive, right? Extremely curious. So my head turns, and I notice that, and I'm trying to make sense out of these random-ass letters. And she looks at me, and I said, hey, I just got to tell you, I thought you had like a Miss America ribbon on or something like that. It was a purse strap. Tiny little purse, massive fucking strap. I guess that's the new thing, or at least it's the new thing for me, right? But she took no offense. She goes, boy, I wish. I mean, she was just friendly and nice. I didn't get that she thought I was hitting on her. There was just a whole bunch of genuineness showing up. And what and the part of the perceived problem is, in today's culture, God, everybody's offended about everything. I'm just fascinated by this new culture of let me be offended. Everyone is offended about everything. And she could have taken it that way, except I wouldn't let it go there. And I didn't do combat with her. Well, I just let my curiousness, I just find myself talking to her now. Oh, this is interesting, right? And it makes life so much easier. Whenever you can have this whole thing of really you get to choose your state, and that's it. The state of passive lets heaviness and gravity suck you in. The state of passive or playful allows you to become the dance of light that you are. So this is what's really, really cool. When a perceived, and I love that you put perceived up there. When a perceived problem arises, we can tend to collapse on it. In other words, we give it gravity. And I'll give you one more from this morning. I woke up and got an email this morning that the SSL certificate on Dream Driven Day will expire in 1 month. Well, starting in a couple weeks here, I'm doing the promo for the February Triple D. Right? I don't want to deal with technical things while I'm dealing with marketing things. Two different states to me, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, rightio, I get to take care of this. I get to take care of this morning, right? I do a little bit of an implosion around it because they don't make it easy. It's like, right, and when they explain things to you, they explain it in geek speak, right? There's a little bit of geek in me, but there's not that much. So I get on the texty chat thing, and they give me absolutely useless advice, except for one tiny thing. But the whole thing, I've just imagined being done with it, right? The SSL's good to 2025. I have nothing to be concerned about. But where I started to collapse, I realized my morning can go one out of two ways. Right? Which state do I choose?
Yeah, right.
Right? I choose the state of happy living teacher, and now I've got, how many news stories from the past 48 hours? Yeah, marital spat around the barbecue. Right? And there really wasn't. She offered her friendly suggestions. I rejected them. Right? She took it. She took it very well. So Timmy Lee didn't, but that's all right. So on the other hand, then there's the little win at the store, just chatting with the lady. There could have been a fence. Right? There wasn't a fence. There was we walked the same path into the parking lot. Get it? No fence. Boundaries, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And then finally, this little thing right here, the SSL. These are real life, little seeming wins. Of course, I could pay someone $50, and I could try to hunt somebody down to do it. Then I could give them all the passwords and change all the passwords. You get it? My life is not designed to be complicated. So I choose, here's a state, Robin, simple life. So I choose the simple life, the decisions, I get the right thing, they tell me the one thing that I need, the other stuff takes care of itself. All right. So.
Very cool.
All right. I think that's it for me.
Did you say hi to Robin or something?
No.
Oh, sorry, I thought...
I don't think I said hi to Coral yet. Hi, Coral. There's Penny. I did say hi to Penny.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Hi, Penny.
But that was early on.
I'll say hi to Penny now. Is Robin there now?
Well, that's why I was just checking,
I
because I thought if you'd said that, I was just going to tell her we've already done your question.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Robin, you were first and you missed it. Now, if you're watching it later, you can have another giggle. I like Robin. She's fun.
I know.
She's rockin' Robin.
Cool.
All right.
So that was for Remarkable Lisa.
That's right.
Thanks very much for your question, Lisa.
How'd I do with that?
Yeah, I think you did ace.
I think I did ace, too.
Huh?
I think I did ace, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what we want to know is, tell us, what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
I love seeing all the love go around, you guys.
Yeah.
Victoria.
I really liked then how it was like all those insights you gave, how they were right back, like for Anne in with her noticing wins, and how like in the last 48 hours you just told us all these things that could have just been like disastrous.
Another disaster after another disaster. Well, maybe I should just move Dream Driven Day off of Namecheap to the other server, Kinsta, where they actually they renew it for you every year. That would be a good idea. Maybe I should start that process. That'll take me about an hour to get into gear, and I got to double check that. Right?
But I love it. It was like simple life.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah, it's simple. 20 minutes. There's Robin.
Yeah.
Hey, you missed it. You missed it. You missed it.
You
missed
have to refund it, Robin.
You have to take it from the top, Robin.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes. And I love also, sort of, for Lisa's one, when she said, have you got any other thanks? How we always used to say, the adventure of a lifetime and a lifetime of adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
And being always incorporating that in, I don't know.
Yep.
In life. And it's lovely, that too.
So we went to New Zealand and we rented this wicked camper van. Google it, wicked camper van.
Ace.
And they encourage you to write shit inside the van instead of like trying to keep it all clean. Nah.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember putting in there with you, a lifetime of adventure and the adventure of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And it really is. It really can be.
Yeah.
Unless you're always at war.
Yeah.
Anyway. Boy, wait till you see those lamb chops when I do the lamb chops and the ground meat on the grill.
So tell me, what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
I just love, I love when I notice the themes emerge, because I don't make up the theme, that you guys make up the theme, right? And this whole thing, Stephanie Ann, I agree. What if life was for entertainment only, right? How true. And you're remarkable. Oh, yeah. So, deluxe. So, I love when the theme emerges. Because to me, this whole thing, if I knew what I was going to say during the show, I'd be bored to tears. And just watching the questions pop up and plugging them in, and it's like, oh, wow, I get what we're going to talk about today. And when I say that, it's I get what we're going to explore today. And so here's the crash commercial for Remarkable. The live calls, right? If you haven't been on a live call with us, get some of the recordings or something, or at least join us on one. But in Remarkable and Dream Driven Day, we have live calls. And these live calls, to me, are the epitome of what we do, because they're the ultimate. Because, there's a focus that we explore. It's not a focus that I elucidate upon.
Yeah.
It's a focus that we explore. And I share my current insights with it. Right?
Yeah.
Whatever, if it's Remarkable, we've got a different insight every month. If it's Dream Driven Day, we've got one every week. If it's the Friday calls, it's just like, hey, this shit's on my mind, let's do a live call.
Yeah.
And it really, Stephanie Ann, right, immersion with others. With this whole thing of like, right, I'll lead, right? I love leading. But I'm going to explore while I lead. I'm going to explore you and me and our dance as we lead. And that's where the fun is. Versus that whole thing of, here's a whiteboard and I'm just going to lecture you for an hour. I could give a shit. Ashley, when you're riotous, I love how we dance. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Victoria.
Yes.
What a show.
That was ace. Yes.
And you get to cook duck today. I've got some ideas when it comes to cooking the duck. So
you can cook it then.
She's never heard that come out of my mouth. Right? Yeah, you want to cook? Yeah, that's the other side of Grandpa wisdom. Grandpa just raised his eyebrow. He only had one. Right? It came out to about here. But he just raised his eyebrow up. Yeah, you want to do it, son? Love you, Pat.
Cool. Excellent.
So, love you, Victoria.
Love you, babe.
You all have a lovely day.
You.
Yay.
Have a great day, weekend, and we'll catch you next week.
That's right.
Yeah.